Cortés Bank. This wave is so ridiculous, it feels like it needs its own soundtrack. Perhaps by Pearl Jam or Soundgarden. Let's talk about the most insane wave in the middle of the ocean. Welcome to the Wipeout Weekly, the daily podcast for beginners, wannabe surfers, and seasoned wipeout enthusiasts. No hype, no filler, just the highs, lows, and honest truth about learning to surf and finding your place in surf culture. I'm your host, Suze Wilson. Let's go out. Why do men do that? I do get Jeff Clark's fascination with Mavericks. It's on his doorstep. It's his local break. Where else is he gonna surf? Pacifica? Why do men travel 100 miles into the ocean on boats for hours upon hours to surf a wave that has been dubbed a navigational hazard for centuries? That is insane. It's about the size, isn't it? Cortés Bank is one of those elusive big wave breaks that produces waves up to 85 feet on a few days a year. It effectively is an underwater mountain range, about 100 miles off the coast of California, south of San Diego. If you drew a straight line down south from Ventura, that's where you'd find it. A part of 25 miles of underwater mountain range, Cortés Bank rises from the ocean floor to within just a few feet on the surface. At its shallowest, and it's called Bishop Rock, it's basically a submerged reef. And that's where the action happens. As described by Matt Warshaw, it's a tilting, shifting peak, resembling Sunset Beach in Hawaii, a few hundred yards east of a nightmarish white water, later described by surf journalist Evan Slater as half-mile chunk of reef forever doomed to 360-degree confusion. Why, I have never done a quote within a quote before. Being in the middle of a freaking ocean, this break is totally exposed, so it gets the brunt of every Pacific swell. You already know that you can't see the beach. As for the discovery of Cortés Bank, sailors knew it was there for said centuries and avoided it like the plague. But in 1960s, it was considered by Walter and Flippy Hoffman, two big wave pioneers, as a surfing destination. In 1990, it was first checked out by air by Larry Moore, who then returned back by boat with some surfers, and they all surfed less life-threatening 8-foot waves. The public launch of Cortés took place more than a decade later, on January 19th, 2001. Like with most launches, it was carefully planned, well-financed, codenamed Project Neptune, with a project leader, Larry Moore, supported by former Surfing Magazine editor Bill Sharp. It had it all. 2 boats, a plane, 3 personal watercrafts, a camera crew of 6, and 6 surfers. After night traveling by boat, Mike Parsons, Brad Gerlach representing SoCal, and Kenny Collins and Peter Mel representing NorCal, stepped out in 2-tow-in teams not long after dawn. Eventually, Mike got towed in onto the biggest wave ever recorded to be ridden off the continent at that point, and it was 65 feet. He beat his own record in 2008 on the return trip, riding a 75-foot giant. Although it is said that Greg Long, who came on the trip with him, actually rode a wave that was about 5 or 10 feet bigger. If you would like to see some of that insane Cortés footage, watch Stepped Into Liquid or Garrett McNamara's 100-foot wave. That's when the French big wave legend Justine Dupont surfed a 60-footer. And that's all for today. Check out the Wipeout Weekly for our free newsletter, more stories and ways to connect with us. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow for more of the Wipeout Weekly.